It's 5-1 Georgia, number 10 in the country, 2-1 in the SEC against 3-3 Kentucky and 1-3 in the conference. The Bulldogs have won 9 straight in the series. The Dogs are 58-12-2 against the Wildcats all time. We've got football on the way from soggy Sanford Stadium, Dooley Field. Back in a moment, Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. The Dogs out of the tunnel. Kentucky starting to trickle out of their tunnel in the east end zone. And we're half football here in just a second. Georgia will receive the opening kick. This will be Grant McInnes, a senior kicker, to handle the kickoff duties. And back deep for Georgia, the deepest receiver is James Cook. Brian Harrion, also one of the upbacks. He's on the 5-yard line. Good to see Brian back in uniform and on the field. Here's McInnes' approach. The kick is low. Knuckleball going to bounce on the 22 and roll down to the 7. Cook tries to scoop it. Now he's just going to have to fall on it. He couldn't scoop it up. Tried to run and scoop at the same time, and he just falls on it at the 14-yard line.
A dog and a Wildcat going at it on the 26-yard line. But you're right, a little bit nerve-wracking there as we couldn't wrangle the ball up. Through Cook's hands, through Harrion's hands, Cook finally falling on it. So not the kind of starting field position we want.
Harrion came over and tried to help him scoop it up, but neither guy could get it. So Georgia starts 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And Kentucky right out of the gates here, very similar to what we've seen. Little two-deep look, but looks like they're bringing a safety up, dropping another guy in a box.
Out of the pistol, we're going to hand it to Swift. DeAndre with a hole left side across the 20, the 25, tackled around the ankles around the 27 or 28-yard line. 2 receivers each way. Fromm looks left. He throws it that way. It's caught by Pickens going towards the sideline. The freshman from Alabama made the catch right at the first down marker. Let's see where they spotted it. Looks like it's a little bit behind the marker. It has run back there to take the snap at quarterback, and he hands it off to Rose. Rose off left tackle, gets to the 30, and then is yanked back. I think Malik Herring was one of the first guys that was grabbing a hold of him and
pursuing red shirts.
They clear everybody out in the backfield. There's a wing on the right. They snap it to Bowden. He's going to run. This is kind of like Wildcat, and we eat it up on the right edge. He got across the 30 to the 36.
Cook caught that football, and we just couldn't secure the block.
Swift in the backfield with Fromm, takes the shotgun snap on the 2, stands and throws. Oh, he threw it over the head of Robertson, Demetrius Robertson. Georgia's 46. And here we go, scoreless ball game, first quarter, about a little more than halfway through. They'll give it to Rose as he, oh my goodness, he tried to sweep around the right side, and LeCount went low and just knocked his leg sweeping up in the air. Got 1 difficult yard, did Rose.
That's a couple of big tackles for LeCount already today. LeCount came up from his 2-deep look where he was and rotated down. Couple of guys on him there, so nowhere for Bowden to throw the football.
Snap to Bowden, often running to the near side. He's running to his left. He's going to keep it and get what he can. Contact, good hard hit around the 38 as he crossed the Georgia 40. Harrion staying in the backfield. The tight end Wolf comes in tight next to Thomas at left tackle. Harrion takes the handoff. Not much space there, just a couple of yards. He runs it straight up the gut. Crowd didn't really like that on 3rd down, did they? Calvin Taylor, 4-down lineman for Georgia. We bring 4, they run it, and we'll stop them just across the 30 as they ran it straight ahead with Christopher Rodriguez.
By Nolan Smith, stayed on his outside edge, very disciplined, and then exploded through the tackle.
Bowden, play fake, avoids the rush and just slings it out of bounds. We had red shirts all over the place chasing after him. Fromm asks for the ball, gets it in the shotgun, hands it off to Harrion. He runs across the formation to the left side, still on his feet as they pop him 2, 3, 4 times. Ball, got his right hand wrapped around the laces, snaps it back to Fromm. He throws, and it's caught by Pickens at the 29. He's trying to fight for that first down. Somebody get behind him and push him across. They may give him forward progress. He just barely got it. All right. All right, the Dogs on the 30, 1st and 10. Here's James Cook, took the little pitch from Fromm, coming from right to left, 12 yards. Swift in the backfield. Give it to DeAndre. Big hole right side. He hits with authority up across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Square on the stop.
Running game right now.
Swift with 113 yards against South Carolina last week. Takes a play fake here. They're pressuring Fromm. He's going to throw it to Swift. He catches it low in the backfield. Cats up to make the stop back at the 35. DeAndre Square. Shotgun snap to Fromm. He twirls the ball in his hands, looking. Now he throws it downfield, and it's broken up at midfield. Man-on-man coverage. Tried to go to Pickens. Done anything either. Bowden, play fake, going to keep it and run. Now he's running backwards, and we chase him down and get him just shy of the original line of scrimmage with Jermaine Johnson. Split backfield for Bowden. Ready for the snap. There it is. He's going to ride with Rose, pull it out of his belly and keep it. Bowden going to be whacked at the 22. He probably should let Rose take the brunt of some of those hits. Here, you take it. For the Cats, they haven't converted yet tonight. 0 for 3. Snap to Bowden. He's going to throw it. Just slings it downfield, far sideline, and coming back to the ball. Made the catch, hit the turf, and it popped out incomplete. I'm in the backfield behind Fromm. Off to his right, actually. High snap from Fromm, pulls it down and throws, and incomplete on the right sideline. The target was Kieris Jackson. No flag was thrown, and we play on. 3rd and 5 from our 45 for the Dogs. Moving to our left. Fromm wants to throw. Now he's going to pull it down. He's tucked it in his arm, and he's running up to the 50. Tripped up there, and he falls forward into Cat territory, and that's going to be close to a first down.
To review, the ball is down at the 50-yard line, short of the line to gain. This brings up 4th down.
Mays in the backfield and Werner in the backfield, and it's going to be Fromm keeping it. We try to push him across the 50-yard line. I don't know if he got it. Everybody piled up at the 50. Bowden in the shotgun for the Cats. One receiver right, everybody else to the left. He pulls down the ball after a pump fake, runs to the left. We're chasing him. He's changing direction, getting away from our guys and chasing him in the backfield. We're still going to get him for a sack, however. Kentucky on Georgia's 45-yard line. We'll watch this 3rd down play from the Piedmont Healthcare booth. They run an end-around pass play with Ali throwing it far side, trying to go to the tight end, incomplete at the 32. It's Chris Rodriguez and Smoke and Ali. We're all trying to go to Rig. Left is in to the left of Fromm, who's in the shotgun. Snap, give it to DeAndre. Outruns a man in the backfield to the 15, far side 20, 25, looking for more, 30, and upended at the 35-yard line. Terrific run, great speed by Swift. He got to the corner and then headed upfield with a touchdown in mind, but the Wildcats caught him at the 34-yard line with Square and the strong safety Mosley.
Keep his hands dry right now.
Give it to Swift. He's got blocking from the tight end. He cuts inside the block. Swift 30, 35, 40, near sideline 45, and they grab him around the ankles around the 47-yard line. Well,
Quicker.
3rd and 13, Dogs from our 45. There's the snap to Fromm. He's looking again, nowhere to go with it. Going to pull it down and run back to the line of scrimmage and down at the 45. Jamar Watson, the linebacker, ready for the snap. There it is. He's just going to take it, hold on to the ball. Now he takes a knee as Malik Herring was closing in and bearing down from his left, was going to get a free whack. And then Bowden just at the last second took a knee, and they get the rest of the time off the clock, and that's the way the half will end. Scoreless tie after 30 minutes here in Athens. Bowden will toss it to Rose now as they run to the right. And the Dogs defense converges to meet Rose at the 30 or the 29-yard line. He's trying to spin away from 2 tacklers. Monty Rice was one of them. Rice, 3 receivers to the near side for Kentucky. Bowden drops back, going to launch one from the 45, throwing it front left corner of the end zone, out of bounds, incomplete. Our guy Daniel was the closest to it, and he was 2 yards out of bounds on this near sideline. Ahmad Wagner was the intended target. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt it. He's racking up a career's worth of punts tonight. Kentucky tries to come after it with a couple of guys. Jake gets off a long, beautiful spiral. Ali catches it up high, bobbled it, then it falls on the ground. It's loose. Did Kentucky fall back on it? There's a pile on the far sideline at the 30-yard line. Ali, the returner, tried to catch it up high above his headgear. In Clark County, we're scoreless. Georgia and Kentucky in the 3rd quarter. Cats with the ball on their 29, 1st and 10. Bowden, he wanted to hand it to somebody. Nobody was there to take it, so he shifts to the right, running towards the sideline. Now just dumps it about 5 yards in front of him, and it's incomplete. Tay Crowder was the guy chasing him. 6:47 to go in the 3rd quarter, and it is 3rd down and long for the Cats. Bowden gonna drop back and hang it up deep, far sideline, and overthrows his man. Ball lands around the 35, trying to go to Ahmad Wagner. We've got double safeties back to receive the punt from Duffy. I don't know if we got a piece of that or if he just shanked it. His worst punt of the night by far. He ran to the right and kicked it way out of bounds about the 45-yard line. The official's walking up the sideline, and he's going to spot it where? At the 39 of Kentucky. Holy smokes, what a shank. This is our best starting field position by 41 yards tonight. 1st and 10 at the Cats 39. Swift with the ball, swings around wide right, spins away from a tackler at the 30. He's still on his feet. 25, 20, near sideline, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Finally! DeAndre Swift, 39 yards to the house.
Great job by the right side of Georgia's offensive line. Cade Mays, Isaiah Wilson, Charlie Warner was in there as well. We got to the edge, sealed it off, able finally to get to the second level, and then the rest was DeAndre Swift. Just too much speed. Good block by Kyrus Jackson as well.
Well, that broke the ice. Let's hope it continues to break here late in the third quarter. 6:20 to go in the third, and Georgia the first to get on the board and in motion. And he lines up behind the left tackle. Bowden takes the snap, runs straight ahead. He had lost the football. We pick it up. We picked it up at the 30-yard line. Richard LeCount scooped it up off the turf. Bowden got hit, lost the football. We'll see. Yeah, that's Georgia's ball right around the 30. Going the other way. Dogs have another opportunity
to knock that ball out.
First down.
Reed popped him good with the shoulder pads.
I'm waiting on
I think JR felt that one too, because he was a little bit slow to get up after he hit that running quarterback. But Bowden coughs it up, and the Dogs recover it with LeCount at the 31-yard line of Kentucky. He's got the Savage pads on the sideline. Fromm in the shotgun, Swift in the backfield. Here he goes around the right edge, looking for space. He's got some. 30, 25, spins at the 23. They grab him at the 20. Working between the hash marks. Now 3rd down and a couple. Give it to Harrion again. He hits it left tackle hard. Backpedals for the first down. He got to the 10, got twisted around, and he just drove his feet backpedaling down to the 8. 1st and goal for the Dogs. That's a Scana Energy first down. On the other side of the center to Thomas, and then a tight end on the left edge. A stacked line. Give it to Harrion, running laterally. 10, 5, 3, dives, pylon, touchdown Brian Harrion as he soars across the goal line.
Boy, Coach Coley just put this game on that offensive line, just relentlessly running the football and finding ways to break contain. Another sweep, getting to the outside. Kentucky, no answer for it.
Dogs cash in for the second time here in the quarter. 8-yard touchdown run by Brian Harrion. That touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. 2nd and goal from the 8 for the Cats. Snap to Bowden, play fake. He rolls to the right, looking back left. Now he's going to keep it and run. Now he's going to dump it into the end zone, and incomplete. The guy had it in his hands. He dropped it. He kicked it with his foot, jumping in the air, and kicked it over the back line of the end zone. That was Rodriguez. Bowden, absolutely soaked and grass-stained in his uniform, takes the snap, play fake, rolls to the right, looking, running with the ball in his right hand, stops on the hash. We dive for him. He puts it up for grabs around the 3, and it's incomplete. There's the snap, a slow lob back to Bowden. He looks, now he runs to the right, still looking in the end zone, flag down behind him, throws it deep in the back corner of the end zone, too high, incomplete, and a flag as well back on the 17-yard line.
On the 77 offense. Penalties decline, ball's turned over on down.
Dogs will take over at the 8. Swift to Fromm's right, takes the handoff. Swift just getting cooking, breaks the tackle 32 near sideline 40, slams on the brakes at the 45, and they hit him and bump him out of bounds right there. Balanced line with 2 tight ends. Here's Harrion running at left tackle, 45, 40, 38, 37, twisted at the 35 and down right there. Down 5 from the Cats 30 for Georgia. Give it to Swift. They bring a lot of pressure, and he still gets a yard or so, maybe 2. Swift, or rather Fromm, asking for the ball, takes it in the shotgun snap. We throw it for the first time. We catch it at the 22-yard line. George Pickens outside the far hash gets the first down at the 22.
In a little bit of traffic as well, but he's able to focus on it. Was just on a crossing route, able to go back, make the catch, and absorb a hit. And Dogs keep it moving.
Right now. Swift, snap was high to Fromm. Pull it down, give it to DeAndre. He fights through those white shirts and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, and say goodnight to Kentucky.
Boy, it looked like he was stopped there for a second, but just powered right through a couple of tackles, dives into the end zone, and you're right. What just a crushing drive for the Kentucky Wildcats there as the Dogs went back to their bread and butter.
4-yard line. Trying to get some points on the board. Bowden in the pocket. Moves up in the pocket and slings it out of the back of the end zone. We almost intercepted in the hedge Tyreek Stevenson. 1:48 to play here in the fourth. From the 34 of Georgia, Bowden takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws it back across his body to the right, and almost picked off by Daniel. He jumped in the air, tried to catch it around his waist. The Dogs' 34-yard line. Here we go. Snap to Bowden. 3 receivers go deep. He slings it far sideline towards the end zone. Jump in the air. Bodies collide. Ball lands on the turf. Incomplete. Stevenson in coverage, the freshman from Miami, and that sealed it for the Dogs, as Georgia got it done on the ground tonight. They stayed committed to the run, and it paid off as Georgia will run off the final 10 seconds here on the final snap to Fromm. He'll kneel down one more time, and the Dogs will go to 6-1. The Bulldogs will have beaten Kentucky now 10 straight times. The first time Georgia has beaten any program in any single decade 10 consecutive times. They didn't lose in this decade to Kentucky. So the series lopsidedness continues for the Dogs as the clock hits 0 and the Dogs have a 21-0 shutout victory over an SEC Eastern Division opponent. Their first shutout in a conference game in 2 years since Tennessee and Knoxville in 17. The Dogs get it done all in the second half with a strong, steady running game, Z. And now they have a week off, and then it's Florida up next in Jacksonville in 2 weeks.